Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shivakant Pathak here available with you to see the Carnot's heat engine. Carnot heat engine is depends on Carnot's cycle. It is purely theoretical engine. The theory of this engine is totally depends on idealism. Heat engine converts heat energy in work done. So it is a device which converts heat energy into work. Now see how this Carnot engine works on Carnot cycle. Here, to understand, first of all, it is required to see main part of heat engine. Main part of heat engine. Normally there are three parts. Three parts is there available. Number one, the first part is source of heat at higher temperature. T1. The second part is working substance, and the third part is sink of heat at lower temperature T2. So these are the part of Carnot heat engine. The first main part, that is source of heat at T1 Kelvin, is given here. Second part is working substance, and third part is sink at T2 temperature is given. This is the diagram for heat engine. In this, the working system takes Q1 amount of heat from the source. It's get Q1 amount of heat. Q1 is heat taken by working substance from source at T1 Kelvin, temperature T1 Kelvin. This source has infinite thermal capacity. It gives heat but no change in its temperature. So now see, this is the first step. When working substance take Q1 amount of heat from a source, it does W amount of work. Right? And remaining amount of heat, so W is work done by working substance. Right? So working substance is called system. System absorb Q1 amount of heat from a source, which have infinite thermal capacity. Infinite thermal capacity means source can give the heat, infinite amount of it, without changing its temperature. T1 does work W, and remaining amount of heat Q2 rejected to the sink. So Q2 is heat rejected to sink. Sink has also infinite thermal capacity. It can absorb infinite amount of heat without changing its temperature. So both source and sink both have a same infinite thermal capacity. It gives the heat without changing temperature, and sink absorb the heat without changing its temperature. Here in this case, temperature T1 is greater than T2, right? If temperature T1 is greater than T2, Q1 amount of heat absorbed, Q2 amount of heat is rejected, then we can write net amount of heat absorbed. If we say delta Q, it is the difference of Q1 minus Q2, amount of heat absorbed, rejected, right? And it can be written as equation number 1. Here in this heat engine, the system takes Q1 amount of heat in source, does work, remaining amount of heat is rejected to a system, again takes Q1 amount of heat, does work W, rejected rest of amount to sink. So this process, here in this process, this whole process takes place in a cycle, repeatedly, in continuous manner. In that condition, change in internal energy of a system is a zero, no change in internal energy. So heat engine work in cyclic. Heat engine work in cyclic. So this implies that no change in internal energy of system. That is why du is equal to 0. We can write it as equation number 2. But we know that first law of thermodynamics speaks that amount of heat dq is equal to du plus dw. This is the first law of thermodynamics. Now this law we are using by equation 1 and 2. This dq or delta q is given by q1 minus q2, no change in internal energy, plus dw, right? So we may write q1 minus q2 is equal to dw, work done by the system. Here in this equation for q1 minus q2, this is net heat taken, work done in a cycle is given here in this theorem, dw is equal to w, so it can be written equal to w also. Here in this case we may consider. Now we are going to see that efficiency of heat engine. Efficiency of heat engine is denoted by Greek letter eta and defined by ratio of work done to heat absorbed per cycle. So mathematically we may write efficiency eta is equal to work done W by heat absorbed is Q1 minus Q2. It is Q1 minus Q2. Sorry, this heat absorbed is Q1. W by Q1. Since W is equal to Q1 minus Q2 by Q1, this implies that efficiency is equal to 1 minus Q2 by Q1. Efficiency. So efficiencies can be written as by formula 1 minus Q2 by Q1, or efficiency percent is equal to 1 minus Q2 by Q1 in 200. Here is one thing to understand, everybody. Since Q2 is less than Q1, this implies that Q2 minus Q1 will be less than 1. Q2 is less than Q1 because system absorbs Q1 amount of heat. In that heat it does work and the remaining amount of heat rejected to the sink. So naturally Q2 is less than Q1. So Q2 by Q1 is less. This implies that 1 minus Q2 by Q1 is also less than 1. So this implies that efficiency of heat engine is always less than 1. Always less than 1. So efficiency of heat engine is always less than 1. One more thing. Here in this Carnot theoretical engine, it is not a practical engine. So theoretical engine even have efficiency cannot be 100%. So second law of thermodynamics is also given in this way. It supports the second law of thermodynamics, which show that no system, no heat engine can be 100% efficient. Right? So if theoretical engine is not 100% efficient, then practical engine cannot be. Right? So this is for today. Thank you and have a nice day.